Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jaclynn. This is my jungle, and if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I really genuinely appreciate you for being here. So I was thinking about what I should film, and I realized it's been a really long time since I showed you some of the like weird, unique, cool looking plants in my collection. And I'm definitely going to do a lot more of these, especially since it's coming up on spooky season. I like to showcase some of the weirder stuff in my collection. So today I picked out just 5, just to keep it simple, plants that I think are really unique. So I wouldn't necessarily call them weird, but they're definitely different. They're unique in either their leaf shape, leaf texture, things along those lines. And I'm just kind of excited to show these to you guys today because I really love showing you my plants. In case you haven't noticed, I've been doing it for like 5 years now here on YouTube, and I never get tired of showing my friends my plants. So the first one on my list is one that I just recently repotted, and she's looking real cute and real weird and real unique, and I just kind of wanted an excuse to show her off. And that is my philodendron polypodioides. This plant is so unique. It is pretty strange, I would say. These leaves are very like skeletal. It's like the Tortum's like Ozempic-y sister. She's so skinny. She's so thin. You can barely even see her. So I had this original plant here, and then I got one on import. So I potted the two up together, and I'm hoping to just have like a really big, beautiful plant of this someday soon. I will eventually maybe try to put her up on a pole of sorts, but for now she's just this weird, just this really weird looking plant, and I love her. I think this leaf here is a really great example of what she looks like. It's so hard to show you because she's so skinny. But again, this is the philodendron, oops, she's peeing on me, polypodioides, and I love her. Let me know in the comments below if you're into this type of leaf shape or not. If you've got the Tortum, I feel like you would definitely love this one. It is definitely like a skinnier, weirder version of the philodendron Tortum. So big fan of her. Her leaves do unfortunately have a habit of getting stuck in the sheath and breaking because they're so delicate. So if you do get this plant or you do have this plant, just be mindful of when you see a leaf unfurling, you might have to help it out a little bit. I've had quite a few of them snap on me as they were coming out, unfortunately. So philodendron polypodioides. She's still like kind of rare, but not really. It's not super common. I don't really see people like even asking for this in live sales, but I love her. She was on my wish list for a while before I snagged her, and I wanted to show her to you today. Okay, so plant number 2 on my list today is actually similar, but I would call her like the Tortum's like thick with 2 C's sister instead of the more skinny version, and this is the philodendron elegans, and I just absolutely love the shape of these leaves. She's very similar, again, like I said, the same vibes as kind of the Tortum, but the leaves are just a little bit thicker. They're not, the fenestrations are smaller, so these parts of the leaf are a little bit thicker, a little bit wider, a little bit less narrow. But I don't know about you guys, I really love the leaf shape on these. I think it's so stinking cool, and I really look forward to getting this one up on a pole soon as well and watching it continue to grow. It's working on a new leaf up here. It is very thick, very robust, very hardy philodendron, very easy care so far. I've had her for a while. This one came, I think, from like somewhere on Palm Street. If you guys aren't on Palm Street yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know what you're waiting for. There's giveaways, there's constant deals like left and right. The community is amazing. I'm on there going live once or twice a week, even if we're just hanging out. So definitely come and chill. I'll leave it linked down below for you guys. And yeah, Philodendron elegans, really, really cool. Would love to know if you guys have this one in your collection. Have you even seen this one before? Maybe you added her to your wish list now after seeing her, but I just really genuinely love the shape of these leaves, and I don't see people talking about this one a lot, so I wanted to share her with you guys today because I think she's super cute. So Philodendron elegans is number 2 on my list of unique leaves in my collection. Okay, so number 3 on my list today, of course, had to be a Hoya because I left this one off of my list when I did unique shaped Hoya leaves. I can leave that linked up here for you guys if you want to go and check that one out. If you haven't seen it yet, I did this with just Hoya. And in the comments, somebody was like, Rotundiflora. And I was like, how did I forget that one? So I had to put it in this video today because the Hoya Rotundiflora has such interesting shaped leaves. They're like oblong, but kind of square at the tip. This one needs to be watered and like taken care of. I just literally threw her in here and there's soil everywhere. But I love the leaves on this. You can see they're kind of like wrinkly almost, and then they have this very like flat end to it. It's weird. It's definitely a weirdo. It's one of my personal favorites. And there really aren't any other Hoya or plants that I can think of that are shaped like this besides maybe like a ficus. So I really love that this can be a trailing plant. You can trellis this plant and it's just a very, very interesting one to look at. So I had to put her on the list. Hoya Rotundiflora. Again, let me know if you have this one in your collection or if you want to add this one to your collection. I just recently picked this one up off of Palm Street as well, and I look forward to growing her out. I had some of these in stock recently as well, and you guys snagged them because they're super duper cute and they're super unique and really interesting to look at. So Hoya Rotundiflora. I swear I'm going to be getting better lighting in here soon, you guys, so just bear with me because this lighting genuinely drives me crazy. So, sidebar. Hoya Rotundiflora is number 3 on my list. Okay, so number 4 is one that isn't actually in my personal collection because this isn't technically my plant. This is inventory that I've got listed up over on my shop in Palm Street if you guys are interested in this one, but I had to put it on the list because it is really interesting and really unique and kind of weird. This one is kind of weird. So that is the Alocasia Jaclynn, not spelled the same as my name. My name doesn't have a K in it, just in case anybody was wondering. But I do really love the leaves on this one. So I think that the shape of the leaves on this one is really interesting, but then the coloring on top of it is also really unique. You have like the darker veins with like the lighter green going on in here. But I'd say that the thing that makes this extra weird, like the icing on top, is the texture. So you can kind of see the way the light is hitting it there. It's got this like hairiness to it. Could probably hear it. It's literally hairy, fuzzy. These leaves are fuzzy. You can see it. You can see it on this one too. So I had to put her on the list. I was sitting here looking around the room and I was like, that is definitely unique. I don't know any other plant that looks similar to this. It looks very like exotic, and it's just a very, very cool plant. So I do have a couple of these listed up in my shop over on Palm Street if you guys are interested in snagging them. And I love it. I think it's really, really cool. I might have to keep one for myself. So I had to put this one on the list because I think this is probably one of the most like unique leaves on Alocasia, period. If I'm incorrect, Feel free to share which ones you think are weirder or more unique in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. So Alocasia Jaclynn is number 4 on my list today of, I guess, weirdos. I was just gonna call it unique, but they are kind of weird. So there's that one. And then 5, last but certainly not least on my list today of really unique leaves that I've got going on here in the plant room, I had to include an anthurium. It wouldn't be right. I'm like obsessed with anthurium right now. It would be silly of me not to put this plant on the list because I think it's really interesting and really unique, and maybe we've seen it a bunch, so it's like whatever. But the Anthurium luxurians is just not only a classic, but the leaves are just so cool on this plant, and even all the hybrids that I have of luxurians that have this texture are just so fascinating. But the leaves are really thick on this one, which makes it really nice and hardy. Even the petioles are kind of like square shaped. I don't know if you can tell that they're kind of square shaped. So this plant in general is just weird. It's weird, and it's different than all of the other anthurium for sure. There's also the anthurium, I think splendidum. I have like a hybrid of it coming in the mail that I'm excited about that also has a really interesting texture to the leaves. So I had to put this one on the list just because of how cool it looks. I wouldn't say that this one's weird at all. I just think it's kind of awesome looking. And I'd be curious to know whether or not you have one of these or something similar in your collection. Are you even into this, or do you hate it? Do you love it or do you hate it? Because I didn't like it at first when I first started collecting anthurium, and it grew on me over time. So I had to put her on the list. Number 5 today is the Anthurium luxurians for the most unique shaped leaves, weird textures in my collection. So just a quick fun one for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, I'll definitely do another 5. And I've got a lot that I want to show you guys. If you have any suggestions or anything that you want to see from me, any questions that you have that you want me to make a video about, please do feel free to leave it in the comments below. I've been going through like a creative dry spell. It comes in waves. So I'm like, I don't know what to film. So if you guys have any suggestions, definitely leave them down below. And who knows, I might record a video based off of one of your suggestions. So I hope that you guys had fun today. I really enjoyed showing you these plants. Let me know which one is your favorite in the comments below. I'm gonna have to go with the Polypodioides. I think it's the weirdest one. I think it is the most unique out of all the ones that I showed you today. What are some of the most unique and interesting plants in your collection? I hope you're having a beautiful day. You guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that stuff. You know the drill. I love you. I hope you're having a beautiful day. If you watched this whole entire video, leave me some weird emojis, just whatever emojis you think look weird in the comments below. And I hope that I see you guys in the next one.